So if I'm going to write a block, I'll say, and if I definitely want my true block to be executed, I want true should be executed every time, and the control never goes to the else. I will write if and then say true. If true, print inside true block. Sorry, inside if block. Okay. Doesn't matter if I have else also, it will never go inside else. Okay. So what do you think it will print? Any ideas? Ramya, Shaman, what should this print? Shaman.
Not getting.
See, if needs a true here. Okay. If you give conditions also, those conditions resolve to true or false. Okay. If they resolve to false, the control does not go inside if. If those conditions resolve to true, the control goes inside the if block. And here, instead of giving the conditions and let them resolve to true or false, I have given true directly. Okay. I have given it true directly. That means it is always going to be true here. That means it is always going to go inside this if block. No matter what you do in else, doesn't matter. It will never go inside else because my condition that I have given is always true. I have written directly true there.
Okay.
Normally what happens, you put your condition and that condition becomes either true or false, right?
Yes.
So
Right.
just think, if I put these two things here, color is equal to red or color is equal to green, this will resolve to true. This will become true. And in place of this entire thing, it will put true here. Correct?
Yes.
Then it goes inside the if block. Now what I have done, I have given this true directly here. That means whatever the condition was here, that is true. Right? If just needs true, it doesn't matter whether you specify the conditions or you directly give true. True means whatever here it was, that has been resolved to true. If checks the value, it finds, okay, it is true. Let's go inside the if block. Okay, getting this part?
Yeah.
Similarly, if I mention if false, I will never go inside if block. This will never come to if block. It will always go to else. Right? For the same reason. If checks what is the value here, it says false. Okay, I found a false. I will not go inside if block. I will not go and execute if statements. Because the conditions which were here, they have become false. So what should I do? I should go to the else block if it is available. Fine. Easy.
But it's also like saying if false print inside its block. Then after else, even before the colon, if you write true, the output will be the same, right? Inside else only it will be printed.
You want to write something after else here?
Yeah, after else if I write true,
No,
then the output will be the
that will
same.
be syntax error. That is not allowed.
Ah.
Okay, so you want to see multiple conditions or multiple different things you want to check, right?
Yeah.
So that is possible. For that, you have something called if elif. Okay, we'll talk about that today. We are going to talk about that, no problems. Okay, but first you need to understand why if is executed. Okay, now in future you will have programs where you need to do something based on some flag. Okay, so suppose you have a variable called is flag or just flag. Okay, flag is also fine. Flag is a toggle which will be turn off, turn on. Okay, so if I say flag is true, so I have assigned a boolean value true to flag, and I will write a program if flag print the flag, sorry, the flag value is set to true, changing it to false. And then I change the value of flag to false. Else print flag is set to false, changing it to true. So what am I doing here is if a flag is true, I'm changing it to false. If it is false, then I'm changing it to true. Okay, so what is the value of flag here? True. Correct. I have assigned true to the flag. That's a boolean value that will be true. It's not a string, it's not any other type of value, it is boolean value true. So if flag means if true, correct?
Okay.
Getting this
Correct.
part?
Correct.
Flag has a boolean value of true. So if I say if flag, that means if true, then obviously if true means I will go inside this if block and then print this statement, say the flag value is set to true, changing it to false, and then I'm assigning false to flag. So I'm changing the value of flag to false. So let's see what happens. So it says the value is set to true, changing it to false, and the value has been changed. So if I print flag here, you'll see it is false now because of this if statements. Okay, now it is false. And if I use this same if statement again, I don't know whether it will allow me to copy. It allows. Now if I execute this, it will go to else block because flag is false, right? Now it is same as if false, this one. Correct? It is same as if false. So if it is false, I will not go inside this. I'll have to go and deal with else statements. Okay. So if I execute this block, it says flag is set to false, changing it to true. And now the flag is again set to true. Okay, so I believe you understood what true and false do. Why do we have conditions? What happens with those conditions? Those conditions resolve to either true or false. And based on true and false, it is decided whether you will go inside if or you will go inside else. Right? Ramya? Ramya, you need to talk. Don't be nervous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understood this part?
Yes, sir.
Why the conditions resolve to true and false? And why if is executed if it is true and why else is executed if it is false?
Yes, sir. I understand, sir.
Okay, fine. So now let's try a very simple and I would say a very nice program. Okay, but you guys are going to tell me how to do it. Okay, the problem statement is given a character find out if it is a vowel or a consonant. Okay, so we all know what is a vowel, what is a consonant, right? So what should I write?
First, we need to define the vowels, or we need to import.
Vowels you need to define.
Okay, we need to define vowels. Then else, everything else is consonant.
Right, correct. If my character, that input character belongs to vowels, then it is vowels. If it does not, then it could be
Else.
consonant, right?
Right.
But here you need to make a check more than that. Okay, so I'm saying if a character is given, suppose someone is giving you hash symbol. Now, how will you classify it? Will you say it is a consonant? Right? So let's take CH as your input character. I'll take enter the character. Okay, this is done. So I have taken the input. Now, what should I do to check whether this character is something from the alphabet? I need to decide whether this character is alphabet or not.
And we need to define both vowel and consonant.
No. Okay. I'm doing this for you guys, but generally you should try this because we have talked about all the things that you need here. Okay. First thing is if ch dot is alpha. Okay. I'm checking if this character is from the alphabet. Okay. Then inside this if, I have another if. If it is not from the alphabet, I won't check it at all. Okay. Once it says, okay, it is alphabet, then I'm checking again if ch in. I'm saying in is your membership operator or relationship, you can say. Okay. So I'm checking ch inside a string of all the vowels. Okay. So I can provide vowels in my character input character in uppercase also, in lowercase also, right? So while making comparison, checking this membership, I need to be sure that I do it for uppercase also and lowercase also, right? So
Yes,
I can say either ch in capital A E I O U, right? I can do this way. This is one of the ways possible. Or I'm making a comment here. Let's hope it will not give you any errors. I can check it like this also. If ch and convert this here. Whether you have given it in lowercase or in uppercase, doesn't matter, convert it. And then check in lowercase a, e, I, o, u, like this. Okay. So instead of two conditions, you can make it work with only one condition. Just convert your input character to lowercase and then compare in the lowercase string. Okay. Now I can print the given character is a vowel. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Else print the given character is a consonant. Fine. This is for when the input character is from the alphabet. Okay, it is anything from A to Z. That is what I'm checking here first, right? So these internal things will execute only when I'm entering or inputting something from A to Z, any alphabet. Now, if I do not provide anything from there, then I'll have to say print you have not entered an alphabet, right? So here you have this nested if. This if is inside another if. That's why it will be called a nested if. Okay. So if I save it, vowel consonant. Okay, and run this. Okay, let's give 9. I got the result as expected. You have not entered an alphabet, correct?
Yes.
Enter G. The given character is a consonant. I'll enter capital A. The given character is a vowel. Okay, so on all 3 tests, I'm able to get the desired result, right? Let's give some other special character, @ symbol.
What if we give two alphabets?
2 alphabets? Okay. That's a very good question, and I would ask you how to solve it. Okay. If I give you 2 characters like AS, so it says the given character is a consonant, right? Because definitely it is not just, but if I give AE, it will say vowel. Sorry guys, I was talking on mute so long. Okay. So I'm asking, when I gave AE, it gave me output as vowels because A and E both are found in my comparison string. Okay. So if anything is used from here, that will be considered as vowel. But when I said AA, okay, then it is giving the result as consonant because AA is not found together in this string, in this comparison string, right?
Right.
That means we should be checking only for one character. Okay. Now you guys need to tell me how can I limit or how can I check that there is only one character given for comparison. I should not be able to use more than one character as input here. I should be giving just one character to check, not more than that. What do we need to do in this code here? And it's a very simple thing, very simple thing.
Only the characters enter the character. Is it just a grammatical thing?
You mean to say I have said here enter the character, so the user should always enter one character, right?
Yeah.
But what if he enters more than that? Then the result is incorrect, right?
Right.
So whenever you write programs, you should be foolproof. You should have boundary conditions covered. So what is your boundary? The boundary is just one character, not zero, not more than one. So how do we get the number of characters in any string? Length, right?
Yeah.
So here in this if condition where I'm checking whether it is an alphabet or not, I can give another condition here, and length of ch is equals 1. Sorry, 1. Okay. When there is only one character and it is alphabet, then I will go inside this. Otherwise, I will mention you have not entered an alphabet or more than one character. Fine.
Fine.
Save it, run this. Give AE. You have not entered an alphabet or more than one character. You have not entered an alphabet or entered more than one character. Now it is good. Fine. So now my program works when you provide just one character. If you provide more than one, you'll get a message saying you have entered more characters. You were supposed to send or enter just one character.
Okay.
Rame, okay with this? And everything that we have written in this program, we have already discussed, right?
Yeah.
Nothing outside that we have done. Whatever we have discussed already, only that we have used here. So
Right.
with so little things covered, still we can write meaningful programs. Okay.
One more doubt.
Yes.
I mean, before making this correction,
Yes.
like when before entering the length of the characters equal to 1.
Yes,
You had defined vowels as A, E, I, O, U,
right.
and then you are entering the characters when after running the program, you had given A, E.
Yes,
Then that will give the output as it is an vowel.
I gave AE,
Yeah, A, E.
right. So if I give
Huh.
AU, it will not give you vowel. They should be continuous. So AE was continuous here. That's why it said, okay, it is found. So you can check it here. So if I say AU in AEIOU, so it says false. But if I check OU in AEIOU, then it will say true because OU is found together.
Okay.
See, it is not checking whether O is present here and then U is present here. No, it is checking OU is present there or not.
Okay.
Similarly for AU, AU is not present there. It is A is present, true. U is also present, true. But they are not present together. They are not present as AU.
Okay. But if we are supposed to check multiple, say A and O together,
Okay.
then in the program we have to split the strings, right?
Correct, but you will need loop for that. Okay. Or if it is just two characters and you know it is two characters, then you can do it like I can break, not break actually, you don't need to break it. So I can say AU and take the first. You don't need to split it because you can't split it. A split works only when you have some splitting character. Okay. You don't have any space in between or any other character to break A and U separately. But using index, you can find out the first character, right? So if I say AU and index 0, it will give me A. And that I can check in this list of, not list, a string of vowels. So this is true. Similarly for second index. Okay.
Right.
But if you know what index or how many characters are there, okay, and if you don't know that, then in later we can use loops to check whether all the characters are vowels or not, because then we will not know how many characters are there, right? Fine. Any questions, anything you guys want to ask here? And for a beginner level, this is a very good program. You're actually doing something meaningful. You're giving a character and checking out whether it is a vowel or not. Okay. So try to study this program. Try to think how can you use the methods. See, we have used string methods here. This is a string method. Okay. We have used a keyword, length keyword. Okay. So this way you can learn, you can try to apply the methods that we have learned already. Fine. Now, let's try to learn when I have multiple things to check. Okay. Now, what is multiple things to check? Yesterday, I gave you guys one program to check if given the score of a student, is he has cleared the exam or has he failed, right? I gave that program. Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So there you had just one thing to check. If the score is between 33 and 100, then the student has cleared the exam, else he has failed, right? Now, today you have something to decide the grades, okay? Passed and failed is one single thing, binary conditions, either passed or failed, two things. But now you are going to check what will be the grade of the student, okay? Decide the grade of students based on marks obtained, okay? So more than 95 is grade A plus, okay? 86 to 95 grade A, okay? Then 71 to 85 grade B, and 61 or 60 included, okay, 60 becomes 60 to 70 grade C. Everything else is grade D, okay? So here you have multiple things to check, right? As of now, what we have done so far is we have just checked one condition, one if block, one else block. But you will have times, you will have requirements where you need to test one variable or one thing multiple times for multiple values. Okay, here I need to check whether the marks are more than 95% or not, whether the marks are between 86 to 95. If that is false, then if the marks are between 71 to 85. So I need to check it multiple times till I get a true. Correct? I need to check the variable multiple times till my conditions resolve to true. And where it resolves to true, I will get my grade or I'll get my result. So there is something called if elif. Generally in programming, it is called if elif ladder. Okay, so you will have your if, and then you will put some conditions here. Okay, make sure you can have multiple conditions. It is not limited to one condition. And then inside if you can have statements like simple, what we have been doing already. So this is how your if looks like as of now. Correct? You can see the text on the screen.
Yeah.
Ramya, you have become silent again. No problems. If you have doubts, speak up. No problems at all. I'm here to help you. Otherwise, you will forget it. You will not understand it. Then it will be a problem. Now, if I need to check multiple things, okay, I will say elif. Okay, elif is to specify more conditions in your program. And again, you'll have conditions here. And then you will have statements. Like this. So one if condition is done, it is false. I have another condition, set of conditions specified with keyword elif. Okay. If the conditions for this elif, they are true, then the statements under this elif will be executed. and there is no restrictions how many elif you can have. Based on your requirement, based on your conditions, you can have multiple elif. And finally, in the end, you'll have to have else. So if none of the conditions are true, then your else will be executed. Okay, this is called if elif ladder or if else if ladder. You can have multiple elif, no problems. Based on requirement. So here in this program, so what should I have? I should have marks, right? Marks is my variable where I will have some value to test, right? To check against the conditions. So I'll say input, enter the marks obtained by student. And one more of this. Fine. Now what do I need to check? If marks are more than 95, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So what should be the border values? Okay, tell me first. What should be the border values? What will be the border values here?
Border values in the sense,
Can a student have negative marks? Not talking about the competitive exams, normal exams. You can have either 0, right? The minimum is 0 and the maximum is 100, right?
right.
So my border values are 0 and 100, correct? The marks cannot be more than 100 and they cannot be less than 0, correct? That is my border. So before everything, what you can do, you can check if marks are less than 0, or maybe you can say greater than 0. Let's include 0, so you can say less, greater than or equal to 0, and marks less than or equal to 100. This is my border condition. Now all other conditions that I'm going to write, they will work only if the marks are between 0 and 100. Now I can say if marks are greater than 95, then print
Marks of
grade is A plus. Fine.
Fine.
Elif marks are less than or equal to 95 and marks are greater than or equal to 86. Then print grade is A. Fine. Elif marks are less than or equal to 85 and marks are greater than or equal to 71. Then print grade is B. Sorry. Elif marks are less than or equal to 70 and marks are greater than or equal to 60. Print grade is C. And finally, if none of these conditions are true for marks, then print grade is D. So this is my internal if, nested if, completed with else. Now we need to write one else statement for the outer if and print here marks cannot be less than 0 and more than 100. Correct? Let's save it. Grade. Run this. So what marks should I provide? You guys tell me.
It will be 105.
105? Okay, marks cannot be less than 0 and more than 100. So you get a clear message. Okay, you are giving 105, that is more than 100. What should I provide now? 99?
Yeah.
Well, let's try with -5. Marks cannot be less than 0 and more than 100. Clear? So both my border conditions are working fine. Now let's test 96. Grade is A+. Let's try 95. Grade is A. So higher than 95 is A+, and up to 95 is A. Okay. So my program is working as it is supposed to. Any other value?
40.
40?
Yeah.
Okay. Grade is D. Okay. So this is how you write multiple conditions. Just think about this internal block here. I'm using multiple if conditions. So elif actually means else if. I'm saying if marks are greater than 95, then do this. Else if marks are between 95 and 86, then do this. Else if. So this is proper English. How you will speak in English, you are writing the same thing. Yes, you're using some symbols in between, some parentheses, some all those things. But how you will speak in English, you are doing the same in your program. That's why Python is so user friendly, because we write what we speak. Just that some of the programming keywords will be there, and that they have to be there, right? So that is very simple thing. You just need to think it, you just need to remember it. If you have multiple things to check, then you are going to use if else if ladder. Okay, clear with this, Ramya? See, if you don't speak, I won't come to know whether you understood it or not, if you have any doubts or not. And if you have any background noise, don't worry. You can just unmute yourself, say yes or no, and then you can unmute again. Okay, fine. You were talking in the starting. I don't know what happened later. Okay, so I will give you guys one more program to write. And today I expect at least you guys will attempt it, okay? And that is completely based on how we have decided the grades here. Okay. Okay. I think it is available there. Python questions. There is something for calculating the electricity bill. Yeah. So this is a program that you guys are going to try. So you need to write a program that calculates the electricity bill based on the number of units have been consumed. Okay, based on the number of units that a household has consumed. The conditions are, for the first 100 units, the bill will be 40 paisa per unit, means 100 multiplied by 40. For the next 200 units, means total 300 units, 100 units in the first condition and 200 units in the second condition. For 200 units, you will have 50 paisa per unit, that is 200 multiplied by 50 paisa. And then if you have anything beyond 300 units, then it is 60 paisa per unit. Okay, and minimum bill of rupees 50 will always be there, that is the meter charges. Okay, so you are going to write a program to calculate the electricity bill as per the given conditions here. Is it possible?
Give it a try.
Yes, give it a try. Nothing here, just you are going to do some mathematical calculation, that's all. Multiplication and addition, that's all, nothing more than that. Very simple and very useful program. Okay, after writing it, you will feel like you have done something. Okay, I'm putting this in the chat so you guys can make a note of it. And give it a try. Give it a try. At least start it. Try to think what should be the logic. Okay. And that is all in if. Okay. In if condition, you have we have covered normal if, we have covered if with else, we have covered if nested if, we have covered if with multiple conditions, we have covered if else if ladder. So your if conditions are completed. So if anywhere you have any program to write with if conditions, you should be able to do that. Okay, one more program you guys can try. Yesterday we had written a program to check which is the larger number of the two. Now you have to write a program to check which is the larger number of the three. I will input three numbers and which of them is the highest or largest. That also you can try. That will require elif or multiple conditions also you can try. Okay.
Okay.
So try to think, try to build your own logic. Try to see how, see, first of all, you should think, how will you do this? Think it. Don't write in the program. Okay. What is the better way if you are stuck somewhere and you don't know how to do it? Take a paper pen, write out what steps you should do. What as a person will you do? So if I need to check, I have three numbers, I need to find out which is the largest. What I will do, I will take the first number, compare it with the first two other two numbers. If my number is higher, this is definitely the highest number. If it is not, I will take the second number, compare it with the other two numbers. If it is higher, then definitely it is the highest number. And if these two are not the highest, definitely the third one is the highest. This is what I will do as a person, as a human being. Same, I need to convert it into a program using the Python language, right?
Okay.
That's all. Once you think the way it should be done, when you think about the logic in a human sense, then you will be able to convert that into the program also. When you're writing a program, you can be limited by the knowledge of the programming language. Okay, but the logic is always going to be same for anything in your day-to-day life also. Okay, suppose I need to shut down this laptop. Then I know I can go and press that power button for a longer time. This laptop will shut down. Or I can go to Windows, start there, and then go to power and then select the shutdown option. The laptop will shut down. This is what you are going to do. Now, if you convert that into a program, you need the tools. If Python allows you to do something like that, you can do that. The process will remain same. Okay. So think about the logic, give it a try. And if it is done very good, otherwise we will talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Fine then. Ramya, I hope you have understood the concepts. If you haven't, let me know. Give this program a try and we'll connect tomorrow then.